Hello Urbanistas! This is the story of our homes and our city. This house in Alabang looks very contemporary. Its bones are very modern, but to make it green or eco-friendly, this house took some engineering lessons from the Filipino Bahay na Bato. The architect, Jericho Adriano, says he used the wide overhangs, window shades, and ventilated roofs seen in the Bahay Kubo and Bahay na Bato. All this engineering helps cool the house. This house won an award not only for its design, but because it is energy efficient. And architect Jericho Adriano here built it in such a way that the owner of this house actually only pays 2,800 pesos a month in electricity bills. That's amazing.
For a house this size, it's also good practice that they don't turn on the air conditioning. The window is composed of several elements. It's divided into 3 different types of windows on each level. On the lowest level, you have the ventanillas, wherein we use the jalousie windows with opaque panels for privacy, but in that it allows air to come in. And then you have on the middle level, you have the sliding glass windows, and we divide it into 3 so that when you open it, it opens on 2/3 open.
Okay.
And on the top first are the awning windows, wherein you can still open it and that without letting the rain come in.
This house is called the House of X, partly because the owner's name is Cruz, partly because of its shape.
From here,
so this is the window that you're talking about?
The window that we were talking about.
So this opens 2/3.
2/3.
It can open all the way.
Yes.
It's sliding and it's got screen. And this is your jalousie, which is not made of glass, but it's made of
fiber cement.
Fiber cement boards. Wonderful.
Which, if you close it, you have total privacy.
Okay.
If you partially open it, you're more or less concealed.
Okay.
But you still have air coming in.
Air coming in. Okay. So this house is energy efficient, maximizes light
natural
and
daylight,
air.
natural daylight and ventilation, cross ventilation as well. Yes.
Okay, but aesthetically though, from the outside, it looks contemporary.
It looks like a modern Filipino house
with lots of lines.
Lots of lines, yes. And it's the design actually was a more or less an interplay of the owner's identity. As you know, the house is owned by Mr. and Mrs. Cruz, and so we've tried to play with that form, which is an X.
Oh, Cruz, X.
X.
Okay.
Cross. Yes.
The main living area flows smoothly into the dining and kitchen area, all benefiting from cross ventilation and abundant natural light. Its cross ventilation has become so efficient that the owners save much on electricity. They pay only 2,600 pesos a month, about 1/5 of what a house this size ought to be paying. Just to show you that we're not joking, okay, here's the electricity bill. And actually, we overestimated. It wasn't 2,800, it's only 2,600 for this month. There you go. Architect Jericho also used traditional ventanillas to bring in more air and light. So we're here in the dining room, and it's actually surrounded by what they call the Adriano patio door. Now, what's interesting about this is it swings open completely, so you get maximum, you can take advantage of air and wind and light. But if you close it, it can double up as a wall, completely shut. So you can actually close it up and it becomes like a wall for complete privacy, or if you want to lock up your house. Or if you just want to get some wind as well, just open it, and then you have a screen, louvers, and also the security grills right there. If you, let's say,
have a party and still want total connection with the outside, just swing it open. I think it's really wonderful. It's a great updated colonial look. Very nice.
Jericho had his wife, an interior designer, take care of the finer details. They brought in most of the owner's old furniture, some were simply refurbished.
And the first floor, what we wanted to do was everything would circulate around. So when the owner is cooking in the kitchen here, you know, she can still be part of the conversation and what's going on in the party or the dinner. And the living and dining room spaces are connected by the chaise lounge. It can be used for the dining area or for the living area. And when you open up all of the doors, you also bring in the outdoors.
Right.
Yeah.
And I noticed that the color scheme, the palette that it shows, very much like my outfit.
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, the base is very basic, you know, very more on the whites, because the architect wanted to preserve, you know, the geometry, and it doesn't take away too much from the architecture, which is really the focus of the house.
Oh, so the focus of the house is more the building rather than the interiors.
Yes.
Under the stairs, we have a little powder room.
More of this eco-friendly home when UZ returns.
Wow, no wonder they don't use aircon. It's all windows.